Hey everybody, sorry about this. I am late because I was trying to get some things sorted. Smash that like button for me. I'd appreciate it. And we're gonna get started. If you want to join the panel right now. Um, First things first. I got this in the mail. Got it for some time. I just haven't had the time to sort it out. It's a hat. Thank you so much, Neri Crochet. And these as well. So thank you. Appreciate you. Candy, courtesy of Nerio again, as well as this cap. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Smash the like button, everybody. It seems Foodie Beauty was in a live stream that was nearly 6 hours long, I guess. And what did we learn? Not much of anything. Let me put the join link in again. All right. Hey, Carla L, Aurelia May, Lynn, Rose Thorn. Hey there. Kim Possible, Saren, Iceland, Rhonda, Lynn again, April, Colleen, Just Jen, Moisha, Leanie Bo, Carolina Chick. Hey there, welcome. Madison Rose and Just Jen. Welcome everybody. How are ya doing? I think there's some more things that came. Let me look through these items and we're gonna showcase them. I think these are the earrings. Okay, I got earrings. Look at that. I think I know who sent these to me for the giveaway. Oh, there isn't even cute cat ones right there. Focus. There we go. Hearts, cats, and I guess a pear mustache, and these. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I'll do these for a giveaway. And I think I have one more. These look awesome. Hey, Just Jen. Hey, Lucky. Pernilla. Jenny J. VJ. Shell. Amy Judy. She did way more than 6 hours. Just the last live stream was nearly 6 hours. The one before that was 52 minutes, and the one before that was an hour and 14 minutes. So altogether, she did 8 hours today. 8 hours of live streaming. Randy G, Angela L, what's up? We got remove CC El Shami there. It is not a scam. It's disgusting. People can actually do that to a person who needs help. Disgusting behavior. How can you say something is a scam when you wholeheartedly know it's not? Jennifer Korvina is exposing DeeDee. She just got blocked. Oh, really? Oh, crap. All right. Well, this is T. Okay. Give me a. Oh, snap. Let me try and take a look at that right now. Then, is she blocked? She just got blocked. Okay, let me put it on the screen. We'll watch it together and see what kind of aftermath. What exactly did Jennifer Corvina say? I have no idea what she's even saying. Exactly, Leanie Bo. Hey, Alex K, what's up? Killer Kowalski, how's it going? Let me share my screen. Let me see what's going on over there. So now he's singing great. لو انت مطلعة عيني بحبك موت لفيت قد ايه لفيت ما لقيت غير في حضنك بيت وبقولك انا Oh, okay, my bad, everybody. I'm trying to multitask, and sometimes that can be difficult. Jennifer Corvina says, I never slept with Nader. I'm not over 250 pounds. Everything behind what's going on is Angel and DeeDee acting like they like Chantel just so she can fund them. At Morgana, I was a mod for Nader until DeeDee and Angel decided to have Nader demod me. DeeDee wanted to keep her happy to get the rent paid. Absolutely. That's so Tanya says, does anyone know why Pretty was blocked by these losers? Of course I know. DeeDee didn't know Nader for 10 years. I have known him longer, and honestly, I have been more loyal friend to him. Okay. Um, Angel and DeeDee work together to dox Pretty. I mean, isn't this already information we know? So what's new? I'll put the invite link once more if somebody wants to come on, join me right now. I know it's a bit late for most people, but it's still Memorial Day. Right, Karina? It's like we already know this, so it's not that much tea unless something else comes up. Yeah, confirmation. Sure. You believe Jennifer. Okay. Hey Maggie, how you doing? Hey Lynn. She got blocked maybe like 5 minutes ago. I see. Hey Rose Thorne, how you doing?
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm alright. So were you watching the Natty Daddy drama or what happened?
I was busy trying to keep up with Chantal all day and trying to calm down from being ticked off all day because of Chantal.
Ah, I see. Yeah. Yeah, she was power streaming today, wasn't she?
Well, she was, and what got me upset was her claiming to be bisexual, which she is not, because those of us that have watched Foodie Beauty for quite a long time, we know she's not bisexual. She's someone that she actively pursues many men, and not once has she mentioned being interested in a woman. So, as someone that I am a bisexual woman, a real one, I'm offended by the fact that she has exploited several different communities over the course of the time that she's been on YouTube, and it seems like the LGBTQ community is now next in line.
Yeah, I think what she's doing is seeing whatever, trying to see what sticks, pretty much. So she's exploited the SA, she's exploited the DV, and now she is seemingly trying to explore and exploit a community that is effectively the LGBTQ plus community.
And I think the only reason why she's bringing this up about being bisexual, it's for no one but Nader, because Nader's lifestyle requires that he be with a woman. If he's going to be with one, that woman has to be bisexual because he's a swinger. He likes to be with different people. So she is, again, doing the same thing that she was doing when they first met, and that is putting on a fake persona of what she thinks he wants to make herself more attractive to him, even though he can't stand her and she has to pay him thousands of dollars a month to hang out with her. She is just trying to add one more aspect of something that looks attractive to Nader. So if he's into women that like other women, then I'm going to like other women too. I'm going to make this claim that absolutely is not true. She hates other women. She looks at other women as being competition. So there's no way in the world that she could be a true bisexual woman.
Exactly. What you're saying is on point 100%. Lynn Smith agrees with you. I agree with you. Nader is live freaking out. Should we go back to that? I don't know. But yeah, Rose, it's what can I say with Foodie Beauty? It's like I don't know what kind of zone she's in, but she is the way how she says certain things during that 6 hour live stream is like it's like she's coherent, but yet she never takes her own advice or her own medicine.
Well, like I said, I've been watching Foodie for a long time, and she's one of those people that she doesn't really have a true personality or sense of self. That's why she's always looking for validation and identity in other people. So whatever it is they are, then she becomes that. Notice that when she was around Nader, suddenly she's into the Egyptian music and the Egyptian food. When she was around Roman, Roman was all about loving animals, so suddenly she loved animals. You know, she borrows off of other people's lives and identities because she doesn't know who she is and she's not interested to find out. So let's just borrow off of other people's sense of self and make it work. You know, like whatever that person is, it's especially if it's a guy. I will do whatever it is I need to do. I will be whatever it is he needs in order to be that woman for him at the moment. But what she's doing is she's putting on a fake persona that sooner or later the real self wants to come out, and then that's when the arguments and the fights start. You know, you have to be a fake person in front of somebody to get their affection, to get their attention. You can't be your real self. Then they're not loving you for you. They're loving you for the you that you're putting in front of them that eventually is going to break down anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Facts. Hey there, MCM. Hey there, everybody. Welcome. So, what have you been working on lately, Rose?
I just trying to keep up with Foodie's crazy self.
Yeah, it's actually very hard to keep up with Foodie Beauty, especially when she's doing 8 hours of live streaming
Oh my
where it's just back to back to back to
I
back.
Monty, I can barely keep up. Even just doing, I'll trying to keep up with Foodie. This is the way I do it now. I will look through her entire live stream, and I'll note down little timestamps of points of interest. Then I'll go back, cover those points of interest, go to the comments section, cover that, and call it a day. Because there's no possible way that I can cover 9 straight hours of live stream. I gotta sleep. I got things to do.
Yeah, because she not only has the advantage where she comes on whenever she wants. I don't come on whenever I want. I come on her schedule. And that's hard in itself because she's all over the place. It would be a lot easier if she said, "Hey, every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday I'm on at like 2 p.m. and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday I'm on at like 4." Then this will be way easier for me because then I could schedule my day out, but I can't.
Well, it's not just Chantal that we have to look at. I mean, Natter's doing his thing on his channel. Pete's does his thing on his channel. It's like you got three different people that you got to kind of keep up with.
Yep, and they're all live streaming bums that are lazy and don't want to do any videos or anything like that.
Then you got to take all that stuff, edit it down, see if there's anything of interest, make the thumbnails, upload those, process everything. It's a full time job.
It is a full-time job to keep up with everybody and what they're doing and whatnot.
Wish you'd take a vacation. I mean, I miss the days when she would go over to Natter's and give us a couple of days to rest.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That would be good if she was on like once or twice and then we won't hear from her until like the next day.
Oh God, but I've been working on her videos. I've been doing the ambiance videos. I'm going to be doing gaming content soon because everybody's like, we're getting burnt out on Foodie, and I understand that. But just trying to keep up with all of her and just condense everything down to where it's workable, it's tolerable. But I'm looking to branch out with my content a bit more and do something more creative because I am a creative person. So I want to do something more in that vein. Because when you cover Foodie, you can't really do a lot except cover her, and she's basically it's like Groundhog Day every day.
Yeah, like I've been trying to cover other people, but even her stuff gets in the way because I'm trying to upload. She's coming on live, then she's off, then she's back, then she's playing music.
Yeah, like did she just do a 6 hour stream? That I hear that right? She did a 6 hour.
Yeah, it was 6 hours.
So
It's music
so
all
basically,
throughout.
did she get any super chats? Do you know?
I'd have to check Playboard. I can check right now. I'm also having Nader on mute on my second screen, and he doesn't seem to be up to anything. So Moscato Bee's in my room. 138 Canadian dollars is what she got.
So she sat there for 6 hours, and because she played copyrighted music, she won't be able to monetize the stream. So aside from the $138 she received in super chats, which 30% YouTube takes that right off the top. So 30% of 138, I don't know what that is. but she just
$100,
a
just
hundred
about.
bucks. She made a
Yeah.
$100, good for her. But that whole 6 hour stream, she can't monetize it because copyright. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi.
hello,
Hi
MCM.
guys. Hi chat.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I don't understand because like YTR had a celebration for her 1,000 subs and we did some music and it got shut down like by the second or third song. And even Maya, when he does the singing badly thing, it'll happen to him sometimes, not as much. But Chantal's been doing this sing along stuff, playing all this music, hours of it, day after day after day, and it's almost like YouTube's just saying, okay, it's just Chantal. We'll let
Well,
it slide. I
Right.
don't
well,
It's
know.
like she doesn't
Weird.
get shut down. What I do know about it is that specific songs, depending on what agreement they want to make, will say if my song or our song or this artist song gets played, you shut the stream down, or you unmonetize or you demonetize the video. So typically that's for like the newer songs, or like if it's an older song, it's the popular ones. So you got to be very, very careful.
yeah, the way the copyright works
Yeah.
is a lot of record companies, they have like little bots or somethings that every time you do a TV show and or you do like a piece of music, what the record companies do is that they'll create sort of like a thumbprint type thing. And if the bots pick up that thumbprint of that music on YouTube, that's when you get a copyright claim or a copyright strike. So
Uh-huh.
that's how you get caught. I mean, I've dealt with it before. I've used copyrighted music in my ambiance, but sometimes some of those artists will turn around and first they'll say it's for free, and then they say, oh, well, it's not for free, and then I'll get a copyright claim, but then I just trim it out of my video. But that's how they catch you. It's not YouTube that's doing it. It's the companies that have, made little thumbprints of the stuff that belongs to them.
Hmm.
Right. Are you on Discord, Rose?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'll turn off the notifications. I apologize.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so
Sorry
much.
about that.
No problem. Old Darling says YouTube can catch a copyrighted song, so why can't they find out if subs are bought or not? They should have to go that if the creator has been shady in the past. Okay, let's speak on that right now. Up to about 3, 4 months ago, you could easily buy subs. But these days, those packages are no longer available. I know because I actually did a search on this 2 days ago. Before the people that on K Work or Fiverr that used to offer, monetization packages, they don't do it that way anymore because YouTube's algorithm has caught up to them, and fake subs are actively being removed. So I can show this to you on K Work if you want me to, I can show it to you on Fiverr, but it's extremely hard to push subs onto somebody's account these days. So I don't know what that means for like Foodie Beauty, because if you've noticed, Foodie Beauty seems to have been actively losing subs over and over and over. So is that reinforcing that she was buying subs if she can't buy them anymore? Because if you've noticed, she's now at 91.7. Hey Gary,
Yeah, she's been stagnant and losing. Hi Gary.
Hello.
how's it going?
Well, there was actually a lot that went on, believe it or not.
Yeah, so fill me in on this whole Jennifer Korvina thing.
Okay, that's actually what I was trying to get caught up on and everything, right? So, while I was recording, I was trying to get caught up with that. It's hard to react and do all. You know how it is, Monty. It's hard to do everything sometimes at one time. So, what I'm finding out is I think that they've blocked her. I don't know if they've unblocked. I don't think they've unblocked her, but she is actually just speaking out and letting a lot of stuff known. She is pretty much saying, let me go find these again. She's basically saying that DeeDee is trying to be nice to Chantal in order for Chantal to pay 100% of the rent.
Ooh.
Not surprised.
I do have
Which rent?
receipts.
The
I do have
rent
receipts.
at her place?
It's not vaguely. It's vaguely, so it doesn't. Says I was a mod for Nader until DeeDee and Angel decided to have Nader demod me. I have a lot of other receipts here, so I will have to go
You making
through
a
it.
video on that?
The receipts came out of my video of my live stream, so they're very blurry. But I mean, you can actually, I can read it, but it's, it's blurry. But she says that she's going to get a lot of receipts together. Jennifer does. She says Chantal does not know the truth. It's coming. Trust and believe that. This has nothing to do with Nutter. It's got everything to do with Angel. Hold on. Yeah, to do with Angel. So that's all that's what was going on over there. She said, what's hidden in the dark comes to light.
I was there. I did see that. But Chantal is never, she's not going to believe any of it. But she is so desperate and lost in her delusion.
This lady has receipts. I guarantee Jennifer probably has receipts. You got to remember, if she's a mod, she's going to have tons of receipts from their Facebook's group, from the messengers. The only thing that she won't have receipts on is when they do like live stream calls, because he does do that. And I think that's one reason he does the live calls, is so they can't have receipts. But,
All right, so to clarify, DeeDee is trying to have Foodie Beauty pay for the townhouse condo in Lachine.
That's what it sounds like to me, yes.
Okay, and not the apartment near Mount Royal. Okay, so if she's trying to make...
It's not being specific. It just says, acting like they like Chantal just so she can fund them.
Okay.
Yeah, not surprised one bit.
Everything behind what's going on is Angel and DeeDee. Petty was blocked because DeeDee and Angel thought like me. I was getting too close to Nutter. Something was DeeDee, and I've known him longer than her. So she also states that Nutter has not known DeeDee very long at all. So we've known that from the video. I forgot who it was that made that video and put it out. But we know from that video that was made. DeeDee wanted to keep her happy to get the rent paid absolutely 100%. That's what it says. DeeDee wanted to keep her happy to get the rent paid absolutely 100.
So then does that mean that DeeDee no longer has a job, or is she just trying to just outright use FB?
I don't know. I kind of wondered if DeeDee might have quit her job because of funds. Mm-hmm. From like Chantal giving it to Nutter, like I've said from day one. I know, yeah. You think so, Monty?
Okay, well, if I put Occam's razor to everything, DeeDee is up like at 1, 2, 3. Like, look right now, it's Monday for us. If if we live in Montreal, or we live in Ottawa, or we live in Toronto. It's right. Monday at 2 a.m. and DeeDee was still around up until a little while ago. So why is she awake when she has to go to work to do an 8 to 4, 9 to 5? That would suggest that she's either being severely, sleep deprived for the last few months, being up at like 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m. in the morning, or she ain't got no job. Mm-hmm. Right? That's what it suggests to me. So I've been thinking about this, and I'm like, yeah, if she's up at all these times during the middle of the work week,
exactly,
it suggests to me that she ain't got no job anymore.
Unless she's doing something that helps her stay away.
Yeah, that helps her stay away. So we have two options: either she doesn't have a job, or she's using some stuff to stay awake, and not having that much sleep and having weird sleep schedule and hours, which isn't healthy.
Yeah, it's not. Like I don't have a good sleep schedule or healthy sleep at all myself, but it's two different things, neither here nor there. If you look, with what's going on, I didn't buy the whole thing about her getting fired or none of that stuff, right? But come on, I do think that she quit her job. I mean, I didn't, but I'm starting to think that because, like you, I'm like, okay, she's always up. Um, and here's the thing too: when he does brunch through the week,
Mm-hmm.
she's there too. Now, there's
Right.
sometimes that she'll be like in another room, but as soon as it's time to eat, somehow she just appears. So I don't know if she's just hiding in a corner somewhere. But I mean, there was one time, but that was a couple weeks ago, that you could hear her in another room, probably doing, working,
Yeah.
uh, and come out
Well,
for brunch and probably go back.
well, so Gary, then based on what's come to light, I mean, it's not surprising, but based on what Jennifer Korvina and this angel person, then is Chantal actually now a complete victim in this instead of a part of the scam? Is that what's being alluded to?
I think there's different types of scams. So I think there's my own opinion. Okay, there's different scams. They're all in the scam of trying to get nutter new women to take advantage of. That's my opinion. But as far as DeeDee, could she take advantage and use Foodie for her money? I say 100% yeah, she could.
Hmm.
Whoa, I hear my music. I think that. But yeah, like I think 100% that I just think I think they're scamming each other now. I mean, I think DeeDee's being conniving. Uh, and I think that Nutter is with both of them, if that makes sense. So I think he's playing a part on both of them. And the one thing I don't agree with is when Jennifer says that Nutter has nothing to do with it. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all whatsoever. How can he not agree? How can he not know about what DeeDee's doing? I think he would be the one behind it, getting DeeDee to do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
That makes
absolutely.
a whole lot of sense. That's how the operation is handled, right? You get whoever you're conning to do the work for you, so it doesn't lead back to you, right? And you can always have that extra layer of plausible deniability, where you can say, I had no idea what was going on. I'm gonna get rid of this person. They're gone. Let's move on from this situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm,
Yeah.
I'm sitting here genuinely confused because it wasn't too long ago that DeeDee was talking about suing Chantal. And Chantal went to go see Nader, and she took a whole bunch of green and alcohol, and I guess she wanted to stay over there, and then they told her to go home. But now this information is coming out that DeeDee's trying to get Chantal to pay the rent. I'm so confused by that. Like, are they good or are they not good?
Well, I think Dee Dee's a special kind of evil herself to have inserted herself in this whole thing. So I don't put anything past her. I've never liked her from the beginning.
Maybe here's an idea. Maybe the rent has to do with. I mean, hold on. Okay, where DeeDee lives, there is no rent, right? Isn't that owned by her mom?
Yeah, but ownership, but maybe still has a mortgage. Because
Well,
remember,
see,
the
that's
place is new. That if you look at the development, it's really new area. And though that townhouse condo is very new.
that's what I'm wondering. But the thing is why don't they get the holes completely painted? So if like she was still paying rent, you think they would already came in and painted it up. Now, if she totally owned it, then I can understand if they didn't. Um, I don't know, but it's something I definitely have to think about because there's a lot of different ways that can go. Um, I think they're all in on it for one, but I do think that DeeDee is with. Okay, here's how I look at it. Foodie uses Nutter for peeing and wanting him to be her boyfriend and as a boy toy, but she's really wanting to be with him and yada yada yada. At the same time, Nutter's with DeeDee, and I think DeeDee wants to keep Nutter too. I think that DeeDee and Nutter use Chantal for her money, drugs, alcohol, food, everything completely, the rent, and that's what I think. And of course, why wouldn't DeeDee be for that? Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but if you've seen tonight in the video, you see the pillows, you see the cover. Somebody's couch surfing. It's right there on the chair. So somebody's sleeping on the couch.
Yeah. How many bedrooms is her place again?
That I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know. I've
I
not actually
believe it
seen a
was
full
one.
tour, but I was thinking it was a one bedroom. Is what
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
because my understanding is that the purple mattress is in the one bedroom, and that's why when Foodie Beauty is there, she'll sleep on the couch.
Well, then they keep holding it because they keep holding it because, and you can actually see if you ever watch. Well, I know you have. If you look at the far end of the couch, it is the most broken, beat down part of the couch.
Yeah. So I guess that's where Foodie is supposed to sleep. No wonder she wants to stay up in hotels, motels to have some alone time. I gotta ask as well, has Pretty Genius been over in his chats?
Pretty Genius has actually been coming to mind.
Okay, because Pretty Genius was pushed out by Angel Wings slash Angel Horns, and they tried to bring me into that situation, which obviously I'm not gonna waste my time in petty things and
Right.
petty behavior by people. Yeah, Angel Horns was literally messaging me, giving me receipts.
Wow.
That how bad of a person Pretty Genius is. And then the fight spilled over into my live stream where Pretty Genius was replying to Angel Wings slash Angel Horns in my chat, but the conversation was being held on Facebook. Yes, you heard me right.
Wow, what?
Yeah,
I was trying to follow it. I was like, Facebook, what happened?
yes. People who are there will back me up. So Pretty Genius kept on saying these random things, and then we're like, "Who are you talking to, Pretty Genius?" And then she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm replying to Angel Hands slash Angel Horns on Facebook." And then I'm like, "Then why are you in my chat, giving your replies to her when the conversation is taking place on Facebook?"
Oh, the two aren't connected. She just got confused where she was typing.
I think Nader has had our placed or put together a group of people that either are very devious or don't have a good grip on reality, is what I will say. Combination of a lot of things going on to where Nader has attracted them. And that type of support system will crumble very quickly, just like how there was a lot of people, channel members departing from his channel a couple weeks ago. I think there's going to be another round because Pretty Genius is not over there anymore. And then we got now Jennifer Korvina is gone. So yeah, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna give.
Yeah, because Pretty Genius has actually been coming to my chat. Well, coming to the videos a lot. So, as long as, they come in and don't fight with the people, that are watching, and I don't mind. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind. It's for everyone to have fun. But if they come in and start attacking people, it's a whole different thing.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I don't mind if people want to come over because this man is a scammer.
Yeah, like, let's be
He's not
real.
smart. He's not smart. He's manipulative. You don't need to be smart to be manipulative.
No, you don't. And let's be real. I'm not trying to be mean, but some of the people I've seen and that's told me and left messages. I mean, some of these people are up in their 70s and he has taken advantage of them. I mean, he's going as far as telling 60, 70-year-olds, if you leave, I'm going to show your pictures and your chats to everybody and give me money. And he tries to do everything on live video so that they can't have much on him. But then he tries to get them to type to him so he has shit on them. That's what he's
Right.
doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just messed up. So I think he's a prick. I think he's a jerk, and that's why I do what I do.
Yeah,
I
for
think all
sure.
three of them are.
Yeah, I don't like none of them.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think they're all in it together.
Yep.
I mean, nothing will ever change my mind about that. But I do think that when it comes to DeeDee and Nutter teaming up against Chantal to, suck more money out of her than what Nutter probably would by himself, I wouldn't doubt that one bit. I wouldn't doubt that one bit. So yeah, so actually, what I was told is as soon as all that broke loose, that's when Chantal ended her stream tonight. Because they were telling her in her chat pretty much that, hey, Jennifer pretty much, is letting the beans out. And another thing that was left is that Jennifer said that Angel and DeeDee worked together to dox Pretty. So that did come out.
Yeah, I got sent a whole lot of receipts, so called, quote unquote, by Angel Hands slash Horns, making Pretty Genius seem really bad, like very personal conversations. I still have them. Um, Maybe I'll look back at them because I really didn't want to look into it, because all Angel Hands was trying to do was trying to have me go at Pretty Genius and make them out to look like a bad person.
Which
And
is what they all try to do over there when anybody goes against Nutter.
yeah, exactly. So I'm not with it. I'm very keen on knowing what the angle was about. So I just like blocked her. I was like, you have nothing here. Is like, I want to see what your DMs are. You're showing me DMs of somebody else, but what are your DMs like?
Exactly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, like why can't they show you theirs? You know what I mean? So then you can see both sides.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Shit's crazy. I haven't even had a chance to go out and smoke yet. I saw you on. I would have told everybody you was on. I didn't know till I ended the stream, and I was like, damn it.
No, it's all
And
good.
I jumped over when I seen you on, and I haven't even went outside and smoked yet, but I heard you all talking about it, and I just didn't know, how much you knew, if you seen everything. Because look, I know he is boring, very, very boring, especially after they eat, after they sit down. I don't know what the deal is with him sitting there for 10 minutes and not saying nothing besides hoping somebody will send a fupa chat or something.
Yeah, because this is the game, right? He doesn't really try and make his money from the channel. The channel is acting as a funnel for the real scam, which is to get as close as you as possible and take as much money out of you as possible.
Well, he's learning from Foodie. I mean, Foodie does her lives, and she purposely does things to run up the meter. Like, she'll put on her makeup, she'll eat, and what is she's doing? She's running up the meter, because what she's wanting to do is make her lives as long as possible, because the longer the live, the more ads that Google will place on the live streams after the replay. So it's all about running up the meter and making the lives as long as possible for that purpose. So he's learned from Foodie. If he makes a quick live, not as many ads, but go for like 2 hours, more ads, more money. And he and Foodie are both all about making as much money as possible in whatever way possible.
I don't know if he's shooting for the ads though, Rose, as more as he is for the super chats, in my opinion, because I think he's. I mean, I see where you're getting, and I agree with you on that. And I do know that they'll take advantage of the ads. Everybody puts in ads, but they could put in more than what somebody should. But I think he's waiting on the super chats. Because he is starting to get them. Here's what I've noticed in the past week. Since him and Foodie has gotten good, you know what I mean? Like, they all act like everything's okay, yada yada. Foodie's been sending a lot of people from her to him. I mean, a lot of VIBs are going over there now. And you can actually watch him jump up 200 or 300 subscribers when she leaves. And when she comes back one, he'll drop down. So she'll send them over there and he'll get some money out of them. Then they go give some money to her and they flop back and forth, giving both of them money. That's what I've been noticing.
I want to answer a question in the chat. So Sherry is asking, so Rose, what happens if she deletes that 5-hour stream? Does she still get left a message. My eyes jumped around. Sorry. Does she still get paid for the ads? No, you don't get paid for the ads until after the live stream is over, because they can't place ads on the live stream. You got to wait till the live stream is over, then they can place the ads. So if she deletes a live stream, all the money that she's going to get is the memberships and the super chats, and that's pretty much about it.
Really, because I don't know if it depends, but a couple times I went into Nader's live a little bit ago to troll him, and each time I went in, I was like, "Oh, damn it! I gotta wait for this ad," because like an ad came up the first thing, and the same thing sometimes when Monty is going live, I get an ad when I first come in.
Yeah.
I apologize then, because I thought they only placed ads on the live stream.
No, there's entry and exit ads that will be placed. It's the mid rolls that get placed after your live stream is rendered into a video.
Oh, okay.
Right. So when you first, like exactly what Monty said. So when we first go do a live, you can turn monetization on, which will automatically kick on an ad as soon as you go live, and then it'll kick on the ad when the live is over. But like Monty says, until it's all rendered and uploaded to YouTube and they've done their checks to make sure nothing's copyright and all that, then after all that, it can take an hour to how many hours to go up. Then that's when you will also see the chat of that live stream. And once you pretty much see all that, that's when you can go in and you can hit the mid rolls and manage the ads in the middle, unless you put like automatic ads from YouTube that they can do it. But I would never do that because they'll put like 150 ads in it.
True, yeah. If they'll first put like, as Gary says, 100, 150, 200 ads until it learns, because it also does learn. There has been 1 or 2 times I forgot to put my mid rolls in, and I came back. I'm like, there's probably going to be 100 ads there, and it wasn't. It was spaced pretty well because, of course, YouTube has a pretty good algorithm, and it has learned my spacing that I typically have based on my previous mid roll placements.
Also, somebody's asking, if she plays copyrighted music during the stream, does that mean it's demonetized? Actually, if you do a stream and there's music played and the bots and whatever pick it up, the companies have the option to do a copyright claim. And what a copyright claim is that whatever companies are detecting their stuff on your stuff, they can put a copyright claim, and that means whatever revenue that's generated from that stream, they get a share of it, depending on how many companies are claiming that stream. So let's just say 2 record companies are picking up music. They can put a copyright claim, which means whatever revenue you make, they get. And it's theirs now. Unless you go into YouTube Studio and you cut those parts out, and then your stream can be monetized fully, they can put a claim on it. They can take part of the revenue.
Yep. Hopefully everybody understands that a copyright claim is different from a copyright strike, and a claim can either be the monetization goes to the companies, artists, or whoever holds the rights to said music, or it could be a block, because sometimes they don't want the music to be played. Sometimes they want the music to be played except for certain countries. So if they don't want music to be played in a certain country, they might block specific countries. And if it's a block instead of a claim, then the live stream will end, depending on the specific understanding that YouTube has between whoever holds the rights to said music. Hopefully that explains it better for anybody wanting to know. Hi, Evelyn. Hey, everybody.
No.
All right. Thanks for having me up, Monty. I'm going to, I had a long couple of days. I'm going to hit the hay.
All right. Take care. Have a good one.
Hopefully I'll catch you live tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good night.
All right, everybody. Check out MCM's channel. I've been putting links to Gary and Rose and MCM. So
thanks, man.
Wanna check out their channels. Go ahead and check them out. What else is there to talk about? Pete's and his bullshit.
Oh my gosh.
That one.
I didn't watch his stream, but I did watch all the shit that he was saying on Foodie's stream. Oh man, where do I even start with this dude talking about he didn't vote in the last election in Canada because his address hasn't been changed. I'm like, dude, you've been living in that luxury village since April 2020. What you talking about? The election was September 2021. You've had a year and a half to change your address and you haven't even done it.
Yeah, he said that he gets no mail at all. So
It's ridiculous. Well, he needs to change maybe 1 month the phone bill into paper record, or even I think even your digital. If you print it out, it's good enough because it should still have your address.
Well, I was absolutely loving the fact that, and I say that sarcastically, I was loving the fact that he and Foodie were trashing America today. Foodie, Pete's, YouTube and Google AdSense are American companies. You don't like America, don't work for an American company. Okay? That's where you get your money. That's how that supports the both of you. Stop talking bad about America. You got a problem with us? Go work for a Canadian company. All right? Thank you.
Yeah, Pete's picks and chooses his beliefs. He's a picker and a chooser of what he will ignore and what he will attack. Perfect example. The types of shit that Chantel says. If you didn't know Chantel, he would have a problem with her. But it's just hypocritical and bullshit that she can get away with saying such very egregious things on her live right in front of him, and he does nothing about it. He doesn't check her. He doesn't say anything. He does absolutely nothing. Then he goes upstairs, goes on his computer, and starts talking shit online.
see, I didn't watch his stream because I was like, look, I'm not gonna lie, I had to check out off the internet for a while. I went and actually I think I watched Just Saying for a little while, but then I had to check out because I had to calm down because of what was going on with him and Chantal in the car. It ticked me off and I went off and I don't even remember everything I said. So
Yeah, exactly. For a guy who hasn't voted in 3 years, he needs to shut the F up, is what I'm saying. Dude, you haven't voted in 3 years. What you talking about?
He hasn't worked in 3 years.
Right?
And
I mean,
Ridiculous.
shit, I don't look it all. I was like, okay, well, I'll go cover it, because I didn't know what was going on. I seen a little bit of what she said at the very beginning, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's literally trying to say that she's gay now. Are you serious?
don't get me started with that. I'll go off all night.
I won't because I have to go smoke. I have to go. I need to eat and go smoke. And
All right, it's all good, Gary. If you got to take off, you got to take off. It's all good.
no, I was just saying I can't go off all night.
Right.
But I was like, damn, give me a break. Like, no, I can't believe the shit that comes out of their mouth. I try not to say too many bad words up here, but could you believe what they said today, Monty? Like the things and what you were saying, he feeds into her. He wasn't trying to stop nothing today.
Yeah,
he
I
was
wasn't.
feeding into it.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to correct her or her views or anything. Check her on a lot of things, and a lot of his sayings were just bullshit. Talking about, there's just give housing to people and that will solve their problems. No, you got to solve the underlying issue of why they're homeless in the first place. Because if you give a person a home, that doesn't necessarily solve the issue if you're not solving the underlying problems of why they were homeless.
That's absolutely right. I mean, if you look at, I'm not knocking anything, but California's tried that. It didn't work. It didn't work. They tried to give hotels, like hotels, and then give the rooms for free, and give free stuff, needles and all that type of stuff. None of it didn't work. So you do have to. I mean, for instance, myself, I have some mental health issues, and we don't have to stay on that very long. I'm just trying to make a point real quick. A lot of people who are homeless have mental health issues. Maybe not everyone, but a lot of people do, right? If you're not able to help the underlying problems, or even if you look at addiction, if you're not able to help somewhat the underlying issue, then you're not going to be able to help anything at all. So for instance, if you don't know what type of disorder, if someone has a disorder that they have, you can throw any medication out there at them that may not actually work because it may not be the correct medication because you didn't find out the exact problem. And that's the same of, I'm going to throw you a house, but I'm not going to help you with anything else. So it's not going to do anything.
Well, I live in California and I'm in Long Beach, and even here, not even being in downtown LA where it's really bad, you know, there's a huge homeless issue here. So if you take someone who's homeless and you give them, say, a hotel or a motel room, okay, so they got a room for X amount of time, but as far as getting back into society, there's a lot of other things that have to be addressed. Like, okay, so you need a home, you need a way to wash your clothes because you got to have clean clothes to wear to work. You need a job, you need money, you need transportation, you need food to eat. You got all these other things that have to be considered. So, you know, you take somebody off the street for a short period of time, but then after that period of time, they're right back there because they don't have the means to take care of themselves, to to have a job, know what to do. So there's a lot of the things that they go into just getting off the street. You know, you just can't look at a homeless person and say, get a job. Well, okay, maybe they want a job, but if they don't have a home, they have no way to clean themselves or wash their clothes, eat. How can they stay off the street? You know, you got to have certain means in order to stay off of it.
Yeah, I mean, because I won't go into details here, but I mean, I was homeless myself. So, you know, I was so strung out, I don't even remember where I lived for 2 years, and I didn't have a place of my own. So it's, yeah, you can't just throw something. But I appreciate you, Monty, allowing me up on panel. It's nice talking to you, Rose. Oh, what was the other young lady I was on here earlier?
MCM.
MCM, hot ass biznatch.
Hey,
Um,
baby.
I want to say thank y'all. It's been lovely. I really need to go smoke and eat and take some medication. So
Have a good one, Gary.
y'all have a good night, and I will see y'all soon.
Yeah,
Have a
take
good
care.
night, Jerry.
Bye.
Bye bye. Hi, hot ass. Good to see you again.
Hi, nice to see you. Okay, so I have a couple theories about the money situation with DeeDee and all that. What if because her mom owns that place, right?
Yeah, a lot of people think so. That it's her
Okay,
mom, not
well,
her.
what if her mom wants her to move out? And that's why they're trying so hard to get Chantal to get a place for Nader so that they can move into it.
You
I
mean
don't,
like DeeDee and Nader both move in and squeeze out Foodie Beauty?
yes,
Okay, well, that's a probable idea.
because I have a feeling that DeeDee's family is kind of probably fed up with this whole situation, like the doxing of the mom, all that good stuff. It's just a
Okay.
theory, but to me, it makes more sense, like as to why DeeDee would be invested into getting her rent paid, basically, because now she's going to have to pay rent.
Well, I got a question. Okay, let's just say your theory is dead on, that basically they're trying to get Chantal to pay for a place so they can both move in. So then the question becomes, if Nader's not working, and let's just say potentially DeeDee's not working, where are they going to get the money to pay the rent then? They're both going to be living there with no money. So what? Depend on Chantal to pay the rent every month?
Most likely.
Yeah.
But I think someone was saying in the chat that DeeDee, I think, is now working from home.
Yeah, she
I
has
think,
been working from home for months now, but
yeah.
we've seen
So
a distinct change in pattern of her being very available when she shouldn't be. So now we're thinking that she might no longer have a job.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's still there's the main scam, like you said, and then there's this whole thing. And I don't pay enough attention to him or his channel. I don't watch his channel at all. So I don't see the chat and see what people are saying. But it just feels like, I don't know. And Chantal's gay thing is really pissing me off but I'll talk about that later. But I think that it's all like they're playing Chantal and saying basically, you know, that we're a package deal, that DeeDee and Nader are a package deal. And so now it's up to Chantal to get back into DeeDee's good graces. And that's why she's like, oh, I love the pussy now, you know, like she's acting like she wants a woman. So basically she's trying to make a throuple. Like she's trying so hard to make this threesome a solid threesome type relationship. And they're going to all move in, get a place in Montreal, and then, you know, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We shall see indeed. Krabby Joe says for P as in Pete, to assume that he knows anything about US politics as someone who doesn't even vote in his country, this is ludicrous. We are saddened. However, for someone like that to speak downward about our struggles is infuriating. Exactly,
Mhm.
especially when he's getting his information from Reddit and Twitter, and especially when the most upvoted post really says that there is a lot of ambiguity in terms of the suggestion that 40% of police officers are abusers. So there's a lot of holes in his story. He's taken something that's very ambiguous and it has so many holes in it as if it were fact, and it's not.
His whole political view, his whole, I don't know, way of looking at all of politics is very confusing to me. Like, I don't understand. Like, he says he's not a Republican. He says he doesn't believe in Democrats. Like, I don't understand what he actually believes in. Like, what is his stance in things? He's always talking shit about everything, but he never really explains, at least that I've seen, explains what he actually believes in. It's very weird to me.
He wants to sit in his bedroom and judge everybody and everything, even though he doesn't go out and do anything. And he doesn't take the time to be educated and informed about the things that he speaks on. And I've noticed lately in the live streams that he must be getting pretty nervous about the fact that Chantal is so wrapped around Nader, because he's been in that position before where he was with her and she left him high and dry. And she said she said herself that she left him in financial ruin and she's about to do it again. And he feels that. He feels that it's coming. He just doesn't know when it's going to happen. So, you know, he's been haunting her bedroom lately and coming in during her live streams. And I don't know why he's doing that, because if he wants to know what's going on, what he needs to do is go in his bedroom and watch her streams on his computer, because Foodie is not going to say anything in front of him. She's going to do it behind his back. And she's talked multiple times about getting rid of him, getting rid of the cats. And she's doing it again because she's so desperate to be with Nader. And she knows that Nader is not cool with Pete, would not be cool living with Pete. Nader doesn't even like the cats. You know, so she's trying to find a way to get rid of all the things that are, as she looks at it, as burdens and in her way of being with the man she wants to be.
That makes way too much sense, Rose. Like you're right. I think he is aware of impending shit hitting the fan right now, and that's why he's hanging around a lot more often than he used to.
You know, she's got a lot of issues, our Foodie, but she's also an addict. And she has said herself out loud, she goes, I am addicted to Nader. Well, if you're someone you have any kind of addiction, and if you're not seeking therapy, which she isn't, if you're not seeking recovery from whatever that addiction is, what happens? The addiction continues and it only gets worse. And she's at the point of her Nader addiction that she is consumed by it. She's obsessed with it. And when you're consumed with an addiction, all you care about is the addiction, and you're not caring about anything that's a responsibility. And you look at responsibilities as being a burden. So she's looking at Pete's and the cats as just being dead weight, and she wants to get rid of it all. Yeah, because she feels like she gets rid of all the dead weight, that he will find her more attractive, and that maybe one day they can be together. So, you know, she's neglecting her cats, and notice that didn't really start until she started getting wrapped around Nader, because Nader doesn't like the cats, and suddenly she doesn't like the cats, and she's been more neglectful of their care. If Nader doesn't like Pete's, well, then I'm not going to talk to Pete's, and I'm going to stay away from Pete's. And I know that Pete knows it's coming, and he's nervous, and he's got right to be nervous because she's left him this way before.
He needs to talk her into getting that apartment cleaned, like now. Like he needs to talk her into hiring someone to come in and clean. Because what's going to happen is she's going to get her place to move out to and leave him high and dry, but not only leave him high and dry, but leave him high and dry with a disgusting ass house. He's going to end up having so much money owed on his credit because of this. Like, I know that all those carpets are going to have to be ripped up, everything. He's going to have thousands of dollars owed to this company.
Well, I can get, given that Foodie's personality, I can almost bank on my thoughts as far as how she's going to handle the situation. If Nader does get a place, and I feel that right now she's trying to be everything that he wants her to be, so that it'll be more attractive for him to bring her in. And then once, let's just say he does get the apartment, wherever that is, then she's going to start covertly, talking to him, hanging around him like she did at the trap house. She's going to start taking her stuff over there like she did at the trap house. And then once she's got all of her stuff over there, then knowing Foodie and her personality, she's not going to give Pete ample time to find a job and find a place to live. She's going to be that person that she sends him a text message or an email and says, well, I can't pay the rent on the villa anymore, so bye.
I just don't see how it's going to work out, though, because in no scenario do I see Nader allowing her to move in, even if she's the one paying for the place.
What I can see him doing is him putting off the impression that, oh yeah, you can move in a little while. And in the meantime, milking her for as much money as possible during that waiting period. And she will wait as long as she needs to be with Nader. If he says there's a green light, but you got to wait for the green light, she will wait. And she will give him more money, and she'll buy him whatever he needs. I mean, that'll make her so incredibly happy to know that he might be agreeing to it, that she will be put on hold for a while. And she's going to leave Pete high and dry, because when she was with Pete, round one, he had a job, he had money. She was with him. She cheated on Pete with BB, amongst other people, but she put him in financial ruin. Now, round two, they move in together. He puts his name on the lease. She ran up all his credit cards, and she ruined his credit. He has nothing more to offer her. He has no job. He has no money. There's nothing else financially that she can take from Pete. So again, he's just dead weight. He's got nothing to offer. There's no money. There's nothing she can take. So it's like, I took everything from you that I could take. So it's time to move on. You're useless to me now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's definitely just, I don't know. The whole thing is just so freaking bizarre. I have to say it is entertaining, but it is really fucked up. I feel sad for him, but on the other hand, like, I don't, because he knew this would happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like his whole like trans thing might be related more to her emasculating him for so long that he feels like he's just not a man anymore, which I know sounds, I don't know, maybe offensive to someone, but I'm really not trying to be offensive. I believe it. I think that she has emasculated him for so many years that he just doesn't feel like a human anymore. And he can't even look at his situation to see maybe that's where all of his depression and anxiety and all of that stuff is coming from.
Well, I think because of the relationship that he had with Foodie before, and her leaving him in financial ruin, and I can't prove this for fact, but I think when they moved in together and she was paying all the bills and rent, that Pete's being the passive aggressive person that he is, the non-confrontational person, maybe perhaps he took the point of view of, well, she left me in financial ruin, and she ruined everything money-wise for me, so I'm going to get some of that back by living off of her. And that way she pays the bills and she pays the rent, because she kind of owes this to me.
And she has to do all the cleaning. the cooking and the cleaning. He doesn't do anything. He literally does nothing there in his
Yeah,
own house.
I can see that. I feel Pete's is very passive aggressive, especially all the times where people would ask him, "Hey, do a house tour, or let's see Foodie Beauty's room," and he'd actually get up and show a room. That is super salty and extremely passive aggressive. That
Yeah.
Rose, you have a point, a completely good and valid point when you say that.
And I also think he's got, even now, he's got a lot of undealt with, unspoken anger and rage and bitterness from the BB relationship. And he takes out the anger that really he should be addressing with Foodie on BBJ. I mean, that poor cat. I mean, just because her name is BBJ, he's still angry about that. He's still mad about that, and he can't go to Foodie and vent his anger as he should. You know, I'm not saying he should hit her, but he's just not a confrontational person. So he vents his anger and his bitterness on an animal because the animal can't fight back. The animal won't scream back at him. So he's still holding on to that. He can't take his anger to the person that deserves it, so he gets back in the way of just being absolutely mean to her cat, because he doesn't dare be mean to Foodie because she's paying for everything. And he knows that if she stops paying for everything, he's screwed. He's got nothing. He's got no savings, no job, no money. And Foodie kind of sets things up that way. Notice that all of the men in Foodie's life are financially dependent upon her, and she wants it that way. She wants it. She's not about love. Love is healthy, it is balanced, it is positive, it is healing, it is nurturing. She's all about people needing her. You know, it's some people confuse the terms I love you with the terms I need you.
Right.
And he needs her. He's got feelings for her, but he does not love her. He needs her more than he loves her.
But
And
she doesn't feel anybody loves her. I don't think she's ever felt like anyone just loved her for who she was. No matter what, good or bad, no one has loved her. And so in her mind, the only way she can get love is to have them dependent upon her.
you know, she wants to be in a position of power. Like,
Power.
I've got the
Yeah.
power, and by making you need me financially, that guarantees you will not walk away from me, that you'll stick with me. You won't leave me alone. You don't have the option to go do your own thing. I mean, she was with BB. BB had his own job. He was making his own money, living in the house. She didn't have control of BB. And BB put up with her nonsense and then said later. And so she moved out. So the only thing of value that she brings to the table is her YouTube money. So she uses that money as a hook, and she looks for men who are financially lacking, and she purposely looks for them. She doesn't want a guy that has his own means, has his own money, can stand on his own. She wants a guy that doesn't have a job, doesn't have a car, doesn't have money. All of those things create a need for those things, and she can offer those things. She can't offer a great personality or being a great person. So she compensates by picking guys that she feels that she can control.
But see, she could at least do that. Like I keep saying, she can find somebody who she can be a sugar mama to, someone who'll be her sugar baby and treat her so much better than Nader or Pete. Like, she can find somebody easily if she just tried, but she has no energy or won't put in any effort to making any kind of new relationships. And it's so sad.
Well,
Like,
everybody has said that she's making the kind of money that she can get a really nice, say, an escort or something.
yeah,
That would be amazing. But the reason why she doesn't is because she's still holding on to that fairy tale in her head, that fantasy of she wants to be in a relationship, and an escort would not be a relationship. She wants as close to a relationship as she can get. And she knows.
but she could get a sugar baby that will move in with her and be her, basically her love slave. Like, she could get exactly what she wants. But she just, I don't know, I guess that takes effort.
Well, considering the person that she is, I mean, she goes literally out of her way to be gross, vulgar, disgusting, insensitive, self-absorbed, selfish, narcissistic, egotistical. That's a lot to make someone put up with. Someone who
Yeah.
doesn't bathe, someone who doesn't brush their teeth, someone who just is embarrassing in public. I mean, even the best article would go, nah, I don't think so. You know, and she wants, it's so weird. She wants a high quality guy to love her, but yet she will not be a high quality female. She doesn't want to get to the level that she needs to get to attract and keep that kind of person. She thinks I can be the most foul person ever and attract the best person ever. No, that's not how that works. You're not going to find a real relationship with a guy if you're bringing nothing to the table. If you've got a horrible reputation, if you're not even hygienic, don't expect a guy to fall in love with you. You're not going to be that woman he brings home to mom or the sister for dinner. You're going to be that female that he hides in the corner all the time. Hence why Nader treats her the way that she does. You know, she wants to be DeeDee, but yet here's what I don't understand. Y'all help me. So she's been around DeeDee. She sees everything that DeeDee is. She sees that DeeDee takes a shower. She sees that Nader he likes a clean home. And yet, for all of the fever and the passion that she has for Nader, she will not do those things.
Because she thinks she's too perfect, that she doesn't have to change. She wants to be that person, but she doesn't want to have to be. Does that make sense? She doesn't want to have to put in the effort.
She wants the impossible foodie dream of I can be foul and disgusting and cater to the feeders and be gross, and an Instagram model is going to fall in love with me. No, no man's going to fall in love with you. I'm not being mean saying that, but especially if you are a person that you're making it your business to not take care of your health. What man is going to invest his soul, his heart, his life, his energy, his time into a woman that he doesn't know if she's going to be around the next year?
What confuses me the most is that she has so many fans. Now, I know most of her fans hate her, but there are definitely like her feeder guys and stuff that absolutely adore her. So why is she not, or maybe she is behind the scenes, cultivating those relationships? Because especially these guys that will give her, they're giving her hundreds of dollars behind the scenes. Why can't she try to cultivate a relationship with one of them and move one of them into her life?
Because they're not really loving her. They love the fact that they are basically just, for lack of a better term, fattening her up. They're all about the self-harm. They're interested in her self-harm, and they're promoting her self-harm.
Right, but they can come in and help her with her self-harm. Maybe she's smart enough to know that's what they're doing and that's why she doesn't. I don't know. But it seems to me like she has enough. If me with my tiny little audience have guys constantly wanting to get with me, she has to be bombarded all the time with as many people that she has on her Instagram and on her Facebook and anywhere. She has to be bombarded all the time by guys wanting to date her.
Well, Foodie has very weird standards for other people, but not herself. She would never, ever be in a relationship with anyone or want to be around anyone that's exactly like her. Somebody who is morbidly obese, doesn't take a shower, all of that. She would never want to be with a person like that, but yet she expects someone else to deal with all of her like that. Like, that's okay for her, but not okay for the other person. She wants the Instagram model guy with the washboard stomach and the perfect pearly white teeth and all of that. But yet again, Foodie, you're not offering those things to another person. You want the things that you yourself are not offering. So is that fair? It's not fair. You're wanting perfection, and there's no such thing as perfect. Perfect is an idea. It's something that advertisement agencies use to sell products. But you don't have to be perfect, but you can choose to be happy and healthy. That's doable. Perfection is not doable. It just isn't. But being happy and healthy and being having something to do, having some passions in your life, having goals. These are things you can achieve, but Foodie doesn't want to bother. She expects to just go on the way that she is, and everybody should just accept her the way that she is, and she expects to find the fairy tale love that way. Nope, it don't work. It don't work like that.
Say good luck with that, baby doll.
Good luck. Good luck. And especially if they're catering to those feeders, it's like that consumes her whole life.
It's just so weird to me that she's so deep into this feeder world that she doesn't have the feeder. Like she doesn't have, well, maybe it's because it'll keep the other feeders from giving her as much money. Because it just, to me, it seems like if you're looking at it from, as a feedie, and you are completely focused on this feeder-feedie dynamic situation on YouTube, so you have all these guys that are into it, it would seem like a better option for her to bring in one of them even as a prop, which is kind of what Nader was, because he cooks her food all the time, but he was just too much of a jerk. So she just needs to find one that's not a jerk.
Yeah, well, you gotta figure on top of the feeding thing, there's also the issue of, let's just say it, the drugs.
Yeah.
Like the amount of drugs going on. I mean, so like trying to find a person that will put up with her personality and her don't tell me what to do, living filthy, and the drugs, and her living, and she has said herself, she wants someone that will be absolutely okay with being on YouTube and being fully exposed on YouTube and possibly doxxed. If you put all the issues aside, trying to find a person that will come on her channel and just be completely open like she is, with her talking about the things that she does, that's gonna be difficult. Finding a person who doesn't care if their privacy is breached or their family, their friends get contacted, and every single moment the camera is on and pointed in their face. I mean, nobody wants that. A lot of normal people have jobs, have lives, have families. Nobody wants that kind of negative exposure or backlash. Nobody.
Right.
Nobody.
True.
So she's hanging on to Nader, and she sits there and she talks about multiple men. Foodie, come on. Really? Really?
She only talks about the other men to try to make him jealous.
I know. And
it's not real.
It's
like she never even said a word. She was supposed to be going to meet up with that guy the other night. And then just magically she ended up going to see Nader, and not a word about how she canceled with this guy or if she canceled with him, because she was never going to see him in the first place.
You notice that she's always talking about multiple men. I think that plays into her delusions and her fantasies of she's so incredibly wanted because she seeks her validation in other people rather than herself.
Right.
It's like she doesn't have any validation for herself. It's all about, she wants to creep up this fantasy of she's so wanted. She's so desirable that it's not just one man chasing her, it's several. So she's always like, I'm talking to this guy and that guy and the guy next to him and the guy down the corner and the guy down the street, in the store and in the gas station. Everybody wants Foodie because that's what she wants to believe, that multiple men are chasing her and multiple men want her. Foodie.
Anytime a guy is nice to her, anytime they are even slightly friendly to her, they were hitting on her.
I'm sorry. Listen, she's 38. I'm 51. Foodie. Listen, if you had, logic says this, if there were multiple men chasing you, and if any of them were even half of what they should be, if they were twice as good as Nader, you would have latched on to somebody else. You're still with Nader because there is no one else.
At least the motorcycle guy had a car. He had a motorcycle. That's more than Nader had. So that sounds like a step up to me.
As if she would ever ride a motorcycle.
I won't ride. I rode a motorcycle one time in my life. I'll never do it again. I'm good.
I mean, if it was as wanted as she wants us all to believe, if there was any other guy that was better than Nader, she would have latched on by now. Yeah. But Nader is literally the best she can do, and she has to pay him to be there. You know, he loves me. He loves me. Oh, really, ma'am? If he loves you, why are you still paying him after all these months? Why are you still giving him money? If he is that guy that is so into you, if he were the real man that he claims to be, then he would have his own job and he would
All
have.
she has to do is a 2-month trial. Just say, okay, well, to prove you love me, you need to still hang out with me for 2 months and never get a dime from me. Pay
She'll
for everything for me.
A lot of people have said to her, you want to test how much he loves you, cut him off financially.
Yeah.
What happens? She won't do it because she knows he'll turn away from her instantly if she doesn't give up that money.
Yeah.
But if Nader were not the only choice, she would have grabbed onto somebody. She knows that given the way she is, that is literally the best she can do. And she's not willing to put in the work to be a better person. So she has more relationship options. Here's what I find funny. She calls herself a boss bitch, right? She says that all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Foodie, if you were a boss bitch, girl, lean in close now. If you were a boss bitch, take it from me. If you're a boss bitch, if you're a real one, you would have your own money and keep it in your pocket. You wouldn't be paying that crackhead money to hang out with you. No, you wouldn't. Boss bitches do not wait by the phone for a crackhead. They don't pay their bills. They don't pay their rent. If she wanted to flip the script, she could do it.
She could.
She could do it. She could turn around and say, you know what? I am a boss bitch, and boss bitches do not pay for crackheads. No,
Right.
no. I'm handling my business. I'm getting my house in order. I'm getting my bills in order. I'm doing my own thing. Bye. You know, like if she took her power back because she doesn't have it, Nader has all the power and he knows it. But if she took her power back, here's the thing. Nader would be chasing her. Oh, he would be chasing her big time.
Right. See, let's put that out into the universe. Let's say, please, Foodie, take back your power. And then he'll chase you. Don't worry. He'll pretend to love you even more.
If she
And
put out
that's the truth.
the vibe of I am not weak, you can't
Right.
take advantage of me. I'm not giving you my money. I'm moving up in the world and you're not going with me. He would chase her. He'd be calling her on the phone. She wouldn't be sitting there on the phone waiting for him. She wouldn't be chasing him around. She gave all of her power to him.
But see, I think that's what happens when they break up, when she gets really, really mad at him, is then he just, she'll go off on what a piece of shit he is. And then he'll call her and be like, oh, but baby, I love you so much. You're my world and my one and only. And then she comes back, oh, I love him so much because he love bombed her. So she does get that. She just needs to do it more.
You know what?
She needs to just stop giving him money.
You know
That's
why?
the number
Why
one.
they fight? You know why they fight? Because she tries to be somebody she isn't around Nader. Nader needs a completely different type of person. He needs somebody more submissive, like the DeeDees. He needs a DeeDee. Like, yes, Nader.
Well, that's when you see the videos of them together, it is so hilarious. To me, like the way she talks and acts when she's around him, it's not the same Foodie. Like if you watch the video and then you watch a live, those are two different people.
Yeah.
100% two different people. So, she is acting and she can only act for so long before a little bit of the real her has to come out.
Right. So she takes on a different persona when she's around Nader. But even on those moments when they spend together, as soon as they're done, she's running to go get a Nashi. She's running to go get a Starbucks. She's sneak eating behind his back. Like she has to let her real self out. She would never be able to do that if they lived together. It would drive her nuts.
Yeah.
She wouldn't be able to keep up the act all the time. She just doesn't want to get it through her head that she is too strong-headed, too stubborn, not submissive to Nader. And in order to be around Nader, she has to be submissive. She has to be somebody she's not. And she's trying to be because she's obsessed with him. And that's what it is. It's not love. It's obsession. And
Oh yeah.
obsessions are unbalanced, they're toxic, they just don't work. But because she's she is obsessed with the idea of being with somebody, she wants to be able to say, all of you other women out there that are single, I'm better than you. You know, I'm in a relationship. Well, guess what? I'm
I'm
single. I'm
I,
happier than you. Nanny, nanny, boo boo. Hear me?
right. I've been single for 2 months, and I've been more happy in the last 2 months than the last 3 years. Freedom has its own happiness that you cannot match.
Right.
That's all I can say.
And she looks at being single as a bad thing. Being single can be a very, very good thing if you're trying to get your head together. You got issues to work out, you got work to do. Sometimes being
Exactly.
single is beneficial because you can focus on yourself and self-reflect and get things done. But she's just hopping from guy to guy and, oh, I gotta be with somebody, gotta be with somebody, gotta be with somebody. No, ma'am, you got work to do. The universe is trying to tell you, no, you don't need to be with somebody right now. And every time you try, it's going to be disastrous. What you need to do is, put the brakes on and focus on you and work on yourself. And if you do the work, you'll get the reward. She doesn't
Right.
understand that whatever work you do, you get the reward. She's all about self gratification, avoiding work. Foodie, there's no way around it. You have to put the work on yourself. But if you put the work on yourself, you get the reward. There's all kinds of rewards to be had. You just got to put the work in. You've got to. You can put your life in a place where you can be happy. But she's all about, I got to have gratification now, 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 now.
Yeah,
Well,
it's the instant gratification she has to have. Constant. That's what the food is. That's what the love bombing is. It's all instant gratification.
and she's chasing the dragon, like running from one thing to the next thing, chasing the rush, the gratification, like, I watched her do it. I remember long ago, long ago. Y'all remember those live streams she did when she was up, like she was still with BB, and she was running around to all those fast food restaurants at like 2 or 3 in the morning. Remember how excited she used to get, giggly? She was happy. She was like, oh, I'm doing something bad. I'm going to fast food restaurants. I watched Foodie. I'm someone that, I was a binge eater, and I've been in recovery for a while. And I watched Foodie from that perspective. I watched her go to these restaurants and get the food and eat it, looking for that brain rush of dopamine. And then when
Right?
she would get it, she would get angry, like, oh, like I'm not getting what I want out of this. So she got frustrated. And then her doing the different chemicals and looking for the gratification for that. And then she chased her tolerance for edibles up so incredibly stupidly high that she's taken 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 milligrams, chased it up so high that she can't feel anything. So she's always running from one thing to the next thing, using shopping, buying ridiculous stuff that makes no sense, looking for that little burst of happiness. She spends so much time literally trying to fill up every hole in her body. And the one hole that she cannot fill with material things is the one inside of her soul.
Right.
And that one remains empty. And so because it remains empty, because she's not understanding that, she's always feeling that emptiness and running from one thing to the next thing, just feeling unfulfilled. Absolutely unfulfilled.
It's the dopamine hits. She's chasing that dopamine hit.
Yep. And it's just running from one thing to the next thing, the shopping, the food, Nader, back and forth again. It's just a vicious cycle. It's like, Foodie, just stop. Understand that the things you're trying are not working. You got to work on your soul. That's the biggest hole you have in you. That's what's wrong. That's what's making you feel so irritated. Like, I don't like Foodie. I mean, I gave up on her a long time ago, and she can go to blazes for the way she treats her cats. I have no sympathy for her after that. But that's what's wrong with her, is the fact that she's just chasing the wrong things and not standing still long enough to realize what's going on inside of her. There's an emptiness inside of her that needs to be dealt with, or else it's never going to stop. It's absolutely never going to stop.
She just needs to figure out who she actually is, not what other people want her to be, not the idea of who she wants people to think she is, but who she actually is. And I don't know if she can, but that's what has to happen for her to get anywhere, like to get healthy, to quit doing drugs. She has to figure out who the hell she is.
She's not interested because
I know.
she gets a rush of like having so many people come into her chat room and talk to her. She feels like somebody when she turns that camera on, but the moment that camera is off, she feels like a nobody because there's nothing else off camera for her to look forward to. And here's something that I know about addictions. See, if you've got a person, let's just say they have addiction for, say, food, and that because of their addiction to food, whenever they eat food, that gives them incredible amounts of pleasure. Now, humans, we are motivated by what makes us happy and by what gives us pleasure, correct?
Right.
So if you take a person that has an addiction and that's their only pleasure in life, the only pleasure, there's nothing else, and you try to take it away, they have nothing to look forward to. There's no pleasure. So then, like with Foodie, if she gets pleasure from, say, matter and drugs and food, the daunting task becomes, what else in life can I reach for that gives me just as much pleasure and satisfaction as those things I'm addicted to? That is the hard part. Finding other things that give you just as much pleasure as the things that are bad for you. She doesn't want to look beyond those instant gratification things. She wants to stay with what she knows. She's too scared to go outside that box. Like there could be hobbies, there could be things she could be doing, but she's so hyper focused on the bad things, she's not looking for other things that could give her pleasure. Do you see?
Exactly. Okay, I have to bow out. I have to go work now. So, but thank you for having me on, Monty.
No
Love you,
problem.
Rose. You're awesome. We'll
Take
talk
care.
later.
Have a
Bye.
good one. Yeah, we might as well wrap this up because it's like after 3 a.m. here, and it's midnight West Coast America where you are, Rose. Queen TG Eats had said a while back, gave a super chat, said, I've never seen a walk of life like like those people. Clean up your house and yourself, educate yourself on politics, and vote. Don't worry, I'll wait. Right, Queen TG Eats, very true. Other than that, yeah, I think this might be a good time to wrap it up, right, Rose?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll put Rose's channel link in the chat again, so that everybody knows where to look for a lot of content on Foodie Beauty. Rose does do content, if you didn't know already. And thank you again, Rose. Thank you, everybody else that was here on the panel. And I appreciate you. Have a good night. Take care. And good night or good morning, because some people are in the UK just waking up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll take care. Have a good one.
Thank you, Monty.
All right. Bye-bye, Rose.
Bye.